Hi, I'm Lucas, and I'm going to be talking about how globalization has affected my career choice, which is automotive technology. So, we're going to look at what globalization is from the automotive industry's perspective. We're also going to look at how it is changing or challenging the automotive industry. And then finally, we're going to look at how AI is being used in the automotive industry and producing cars. So, for automotive, globalization is very big because the automotive industry quickly surpassed other industries such as mining and agriculture. So it is a very big deal in this world, and it's very easily affected by globalization. So basically, in the automotive industry, globalization is using other countries' resources. They all will come together to help create vehicles. So they do this by either making their factory for these cars in different countries such as Mexico, where manufacturing prices might be lower. They also will source parts from other countries where the other countries create the parts because of lower labor costs and lower manufacturing costs. So, how has globalization changed or challenged the automotive industry? In a lot of ways. It the automotive industry has always kind of been about competition between companies trying to be better than one another. In in this sense, it it has created good and bad things. So globalization has allowed countries, like I said, to produce cars more sustainably and more efficiently so that we don't have such high manufacturing costs when we're making these cars and the parts for them. It also allows for newer ideas to be brought into this industry. So, since all these other parts and vehicles are being produced in different countries, people from those countries have different ideas and different opinions, and they might come in with something for this car that is actually better that maybe the Americans didn't notice. For example, in Europe, this is very common. There is lots of cars that are very similar to cars that you would see all the time in the US, but they're altered to be better for European driving with things like obviously right-hand drive and stiffer suspension and things like that. So it's kind of just a lot of new ideas have been brought on by globalization. But also, globalization has brought in an unhealthy competition almost. It's kind of each company racing to have the newest and nicest technology. But that is one way that globalization affects us because when we see another country create something in their vehicles that we like, we're going to start trying to figure out how to do that. So it's kind of like setting an example with another company. The other company is setting an example, and we are taking that example and building off of it, basically. Like, for example, when electric cars began to be made, one company started making electric cars, and now all of these other companies, like Ford and Chevy and all them, they all started to make their own electric cars to compete with this. So finally, we're going to look at how AI is being used in the automotive industry, which it is a very big deal at this point. It is 95% of building cars is robots that are automated to do such actions with more precision than a human could. So in the process of building cars, if you looked inside of one of the factories, you see a bunch of arms moving around, grabbing things, welding things, cutting things. And they're used instead of human hands because safety and because of the precision of it. AI is very, very advanced, and it does a lot better job than a lot of humans can. So they use the AI technology to build the cars at a faster, more efficient, and higher quality rate, potentially. Another thing is that AI has evolve to kind of be a generator for whatever you want. You can pretty much type in whatever you want to an AI generator, and it will make a picture or make a table or write a paper or anything like that. It can do pretty much anything. So, kind of a little prediction. I guess I don't really know if this is happening yet, but I think it could be very likely that AI is going to be used in designing cars and or fixing problems with vehicles and their design flaws that you don't want to mess up the second time around. So I think companies will start to use AI more in the designing aspect of their cars to help them out with maybe some roadblocks that they can't get over. So AI is going to be and already is very, very useful in the automotive industry. That is all I have for now. Thank you.